The Champions of the Future Academy program kickstarts the middle part of the season at round 3 at the Jesolo circuit at the Pista Azzurra. But in time qualifying for Mini 60, it was the American Zayne Burgess this time, putting it on pole position for the first time in 2025.
Yes, I've been practicing a lot on this track just to get this.
Mattis Brageot and Niccolo Perico would also be very strong in qualifying, but going into those first qualifying heats, once again, it would be the American taking the win ahead of Perico, who did gain one position on Mattis Brageot, Wynn Godschalk and Niccolo Perico, who rounded out the top 5. Going into the second round of qualifying heats, it would be Niccolo Perico this time, the championship leader from Italy, dominating the heat, gaining 2 places ahead of Zayne Burgess and Mattis Brageot, who once again would round out the top 3. Lorenzo Zucchetto and Wynn Godschalk this time, though, would round out the top 5. Going into the final, it would mean that Zayne Burgess and Niccolo Perico were joint on points, but of course, that qualifying pole position for the Americans secured him the P1 for the final, with Mattis Brageot, Wynn Godschalk and Ava Lawrence rounding out the top 5 ahead of the final on Saturday. The lights go out. We're racing in Mini 60 down towards turn number 1. It's a good start for the inside row, but watch out for the outside row. Can they all get through turn 1? The answer to that is yes, but crucially at the front here, Perico has not had the start he's wanted at all. He's lost out on that move there, and I think it's that Mattis Brageot who's gone through. All the karts are still running at this moment in time, but it's a commanding lead now for Zayne Burgess as Perico gets back into second place. I think we're going to see a move here from Perico, maybe not into turn 1, but into turn 2. He's lining him up. Is he going for the move? He is going for the move. I could feel that coming from a mile away. Oh, but he's not going to keep it, though. Oh, look at this. Zayne Burgess says, oh, no, you don't, Perico. I'm going for the lead once again. And now it's kick-started a chain reaction. Brageot's got up into second place. Burgess leads the way. Is this Brageot's turn? Down the inside of turn number 2. He looks for it. He goes for it. He gets it. Perico follows through as well. But Burgess slams the door closed on him. But he doesn't want to do that too much because now he needs to make sure he gets back on Brageot. And he's got it done it. But Perico's got through. And now it's a huge train of karts all fighting for the race lead.
Perico in the lead, as you can see now, 321 on the inside goes to 105. Capella on the Godschalk, that's a battle for P4.
They're going to be the next ones who would close in if it all kicked off, unless it kicks off between the two of them. As down the inside goes Lorenzo Zucchetto, gets past Wynn Godschalk and steps up into 5th place. There's more fights happening further down. Ava Lawrence, Salis, Guido Mageni, they're all fighting away, but that was Manuel Calende fighting back through the field now. Sees that Burgess is there, and Burgess goes to the move down the inside, wheel to wheel. Perico will try and hang it round. He forces his nose back down the inside, but it's through. Zayne Burgess goes through. Perico is going to lose out on the podium here. He is going to drop back to 3rd, but can he drop back to 4th? It's Burgess from Capella. Perico, Brageot is right there as well. Perico is holding on to a podium here at the skin of his teeth. But what can he do as they enter now the next phase? Because now Lorenzo Zucchetto has got involved. Zucchetto has got past the likes of Mattis Brageot. But Zayne Burgess on this final lap is now clear by 1.7 seconds. Perico's got off the track, but to the line, Zayne Burgess is the 4th different winner in the Champions of the Future Academy program. Zayne Burgess of the USA wins in Jesolo. The USA stands on the top of the podium here in Italy. It's a superb drive.
Very good. I mean, it's my first win, so of course I'm going to be excited. But we got to keep working because it's not just the only win in a million.
For the first time in 2025, Zayne Burgess takes a first final win of the season, and by a huge margin of 2.4 seconds ahead of Lorenzo Zucchetto. Mattis Brageot, Niccolo Perico and Wynn Godschalk would round out the top 5 on Saturday's final, ready for a brand new day on Sunday. Day 2 for the champions of the Future Academy program in Mini 60. Niccolo Perico, this time around, would secure a pole position for the qualifying heats ahead of Mattis Brageot and Lorenzo Zucchetto. Going into those first qualifying heats, Niccolo Perico would continue his trend of being on top after he gained 50 intermediate classification points ahead of Brageot, and newcomer into the second day of racing, Wynn Godschalk, after missing the first day of racing, would finish inside the top 3 ahead of Van Preetham and Ava Lawrence, who would round out the top 5. Going into qualifying heat 2, that trend once again would continue with Niccolo Perico dominating the qualifying heats and securing 100 points for the final. Mattis Brageot again would secure second place ahead of this time the American Zayne Burgess, ahead of Mattis Brageot and Vicente Capella, who would gain 10 places to finish inside the top 5. Meaning going into the final, Niccolo Perico would be on 100 points and starting on pole position in front of Mattis Brageot, with Van Preetham starting on the second row of the grid, with Vicente Capella and Mattis Brageot rounding up the top 5. It's the final. It's lights out, fights on in Mini 60, down in towards turn number 1, and it's a good start for Niccolo Perico at the front. Everyone apart from 2 or 3 drivers have made it through, and they're into the gravel trap there, and that's a big shame. And I can see there that one of them, I think, is the likes of Esco Alonso, unfortunately, who has gone off the track. There is a couple more that are there as well. Van Preetham is there in second place, but not much longer. Mattis Brageot sends it down the inside and gets back up into P2.
Yeah, that's one way to do it for Mattis Brageot, up into second, and the pressure mounting as well on the inside. There goes the Capella on Preetham. There's a switch for third, and Preetham just went from second from fourth in the space of 2 corners, unfortunately for him. And I do think, unfortunately, that he keeps on just losing position after position. The momentum has been cut in half, and he's dropping not 1, not 2, but 3 positions at once. Once again, the 822 on the inside, trying to get his way through. Palfreni, Koreshi, Zucchetto. That's Peruzzi as well, dropping all the way down to P11. 9/10 of a second advantage on Mattis Brageot, 1.3 seconds from Capella. On the inside goes 822, still the battle raging with Palfreni taking with him Koreshi, Godschalk, Preetham as well, all the way down to P8. Wynn Godschalk as well, down to 9. On the inside goes the 841. This is Koreshi on Palfreni still.
They have just changed places as the fight is still on in towards turn number 5. As they're still fighting for 4th place onwards here. This is still Palfreni, Zucchetto, Burgess, Godschalk fighting for position.
829, finding himself now in P14 as well on the inside. 841, beautifully made by Koreshi. And another place is lost, I'm afraid, for Palfreni, down to P9.
He has tumbled down now to 19th place out there. Daniel Hakkinen as well has had some drama. So they've both had drama out there, but unfortunately, they will go no further in this race. Eyes on this one, though, because as soon as he gains them, he loses them. Zayne Burgess drops backwards now in this train, and now he's going to try and get the up and under. He does get the up and under, heads back through. Cross the line, here he comes. There he is. Niccolo Perico takes the win. It's a beautiful drive for the Italian, and the Italian national anthem will bellow out here in Venezia. Absolutely sublime from Perico.
Yeah, we was really much better, and first in all the race, and I need to say thank you really to my mechanic and to Riccardo and to my dad.
At the end of the second day of racing, in the final, Niccolo Perico would take the win ahead of Mattis Brageot and Lorenzo Zucchetto, taking his 3rd final win of the season as the field gets ready to head to round 4 at the brand new circuit, Slovakia Ring, where the drivers will be fresh to.